many people spend their lives chasing others, seeking validation, approval, and a sense of belonging. But the truth is, the more you chase, the further you drift from your true self. The moment you stop looking for acceptance from others and start discovering who you really are, everything changes. You don't need to run after people to feel valued. The right people will recognize your worth without you having to convince them. When you chase others, you give away your power. You place your happiness in someone else's hands, allowing their opinions, their actions, and their presence to dictate your self-worth. What happens when they leave? What happens when they don't acknowledge you the way you want? You are left feeling empty. That is why your first priority should always be yourself, your growth, your purpose, and your self-respect. Self-worth is not something that others can give you. It is something you build from within. Too many people spend their lives waiting for validation, seeking approval from family, friends, colleagues, or society. They measure their value based on how others see them, how many compliments they receive, how much attention they get. But the moment you rely on external validation, you give away control over your happiness. You allow others to dictate how you feel about yourself, and that is a dangerous game. Because the truth is, no one will ever validate you in the way you want unless you first believe in yourself. Real confidence doesn't come from compliments, likes, or recognition. It comes from knowing your worth even when no one acknowledges it. It comes from looking in the mirror and understanding that you are enough, not because someone else said so, but because you believe it. You don't need permission to be confident. You don't need someone to tell you that you matter. The moment you stop seeking validation from others, you free yourself from insecurity, from self-doubt, from the fear of being judged. Think about the time and energy wasted trying to impress people, trying to be liked, trying to fit into a mold that isn't even yours. Imagine if all that effort was redirected toward building yourself, your skills, your mindset, your goals. When you invest in yourself, when you work on becoming the best version of who you are, confidence becomes natural. You stop needing approval because you know your value. You stop fearing rejection because you are secure in yourself. And when that happens, something incredible takes place. The right people start respecting you. The right opportunities start coming your way. And the need for validation disappears. Self-worth isn't about arrogance or ignoring others' opinions. It's about knowing that your value doesn't change based on someone's recognition. It's about standing strong in who you are, even when no one is clapping for you. When you truly understand this, you become unstoppable. You no longer need to chase approval. You no longer shrink yourself to fit someone else's standards. You walk with confidence, not because the world accepts you, but because you accept yourself. And that is the greatest power you can ever have. Chasing people is a never-ending cycle of frustration and disappointment. The more you run after someone, the more power you give them over your emotions, your confidence, and your self-worth. You begin to believe that if you can just prove your value, if you can just do enough, say enough, or be enough, they will finally see your worth. But the truth is, the right people will never need convincing. The ones who truly belong in your life will recognize your value without you having to chase them. Think about all the energy wasted trying to hold on to people who don't prioritize you. You send the first message, you make the first call, you rearrange your time just to fit into their schedule, but they never do the same for you. You excuse their neglect, hoping that one day they will change. That one day they will see your worth. But the reality is, when someone truly values you, they won't need reminders. They won't need to be convinced to stay. The right people will choose you not out of obligation, but because they see your worth effortlessly. The moment you stop chasing, you shift your energy toward yourself. You begin to realize that your time, your love, and your presence are valuable, and you should only give them to those who genuinely appreciate them. You stop settling for one-sided relationships, friendships that drain you, or connections that only exist when you're the one putting in the effort. You learn to walk away from those who treat you like an option and instead focus on becoming the best version of yourself. When you respect yourself enough to stop running after people, something powerful happens. You attract those who truly align with your values, who reciprocate your effort, and who see your worth without condition. You no longer feel the need to beg for attention, to force connections, or to prove yourself to those who never deserved you in the first place. The right people will make space for you in their lives. They will show up for you just as you show up for them. Stop chasing and start attracting. The right relationships, friendships, and opportunities will come, not because you begged for them, but because you built yourself into someone so valuable that the right people couldn't ignore you even if they tried. When you stop proving your worth to the wrong people, the right ones will find you. The strongest relationships are not built by chasing people. They are built by becoming the best version of yourself. When you focus on personal growth, on developing your skills, mindset, and confidence, the right relationships will naturally find their way into your life. Too many people waste time searching for the perfect friends, the perfect partner, or the perfect network, but they forget the most important part: becoming the kind of person who attracts those connections effortlessly. When you invest in yourself, you radiate a different kind of energy. People are naturally drawn to those who are confident, self-aware, and committed to growth. You don't have to chase friendships or force connections because your personal development speaks for itself. The right people recognize ambition, discipline, and self-respect. They admire those who have a clear sense of purpose, and they want to be part of that energy. The more you work on yourself, the more valuable you become, not just to others, but to your personal growth is not just about success, it's about becoming someone you're proud of. And when you focus on improving your mindset, your discipline, and your emotional intelligence, you naturally start filtering out the wrong people. You stop tolerating negativity, drama, and relationships that drain your energy. You become more selective about who you allow into your life because you understand your worth. And when you raise your standards, you create space for the right people to come in. People who support your vision, who uplift you, and who bring out the best in you. The best relationships are built on mutual growth. If you're constantly chasing people while neglecting your own development, you will always feel unfulfilled. But when you commit to becoming the best version of yourself, the right people will recognize that growth and want to be part of your journey. Instead of looking for the perfect relationships, focus on building the perfect mindset. Instead of forcing connections, focus on becoming someone worth knowing. The right people will see your value, not because you begged for their attention, but because you proved through your actions that you are someone worth investing in. Growth attracts growth. When you commit to personal development, when you embrace discipline, self-respect, and a vision for your future, you won't have to look for the right people. They will naturally gravitate toward you. Focus on yourself first, and everything else will follow. Too many people spend their lives trying to fit in, shaping themselves to meet the expectations of others, afraid of being different. They follow trends, seek approval, and force themselves into groups where they don't truly belong, all in the hope of feeling accepted. But what they fail to realize is that real fulfillment doesn't come from blending in. It comes from discovering who you truly are. When you know yourself, when you embrace your uniqueness, you no longer feel the need to be part of every group, every conversation, or every social circle. You understand that your value is not determined by how many people accept you, but by how true you are to yourself. Finding yourself means stepping away from the fear of judgment. It means no longer shaping your personality, your opinions, or your dreams based on what others think. It means standing firm in your values even when they don't align with the majority. The truth is, not everyone will understand you, not everyone will support you, and that's okay. You weren't meant to fit into every space, you were meant to stand in your own. Think about the energy wasted pretending to be someone you're not just to feel included. The stress of constantly adjusting your behavior, of saying what others want to hear, of suppressing your real thoughts just to maintain peace. Now imagine using that same energy to grow, to evolve, to become the strongest version of yourself. Imagine the confidence of walking into a room knowing that you don't need to impress anyone because you are already enough. That is the power of self-awareness. When you stop trying to fit in, something incredible happens. You attract the right people. You connect with those who appreciate you for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. You build relationships based on authenticity, not on the fear of being alone. And most importantly, you learn to enjoy your own company, to be comfortable in your solitude, because you no longer need external validation to feel complete. Fitting in is temporary, but knowing yourself lasts a lifetime. The moment you choose self-discovery over social approval, you unlock a level of confidence and freedom that no group, no trend, and no amount of external validation can ever provide. Stop trying to fit in, start finding yourself. That's where real power begins. Your energy is the most valuable asset you have, yet so many people waste it on things that bring them nothing in return. They invest their time chasing people who don't appreciate them, trying to prove their worth to those who don't care, and pouring effort into relationships, conversations, and situations that drain them rather than build them. But imagine if all that energy was redirected towards something greater, toward your own growth, your own success, and your own personal development. The difference would be life-changing. When you spend your energy on chasing people, you give them control over your emotions. You allow them to dictate your happiness, your confidence, and your sense of self-worth. You wait for their responses, seek their approval, and adjust your actions based on their opinion. But the truth is, no one else is responsible for your success, your happiness, or your growth. You are. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you can start using your energy for things that actually matter. Personal development is the most rewarding investment you can make. Every moment spent improving your mindset, your skills, your knowledge, and your discipline is a step closer to the life you want. Instead of worrying about who likes you, worry about who you are becoming. Instead of seeking validation, seek progress. Instead of running after relationships that don't serve you, run toward goals that will elevate you. The more you focus on building yourself, the less you will feel the need to chase others, because confidence, success, and self-respect will naturally attract the right people and opportunities into your life. Success doesn't come from seeking approval, it comes from relentless dedication to self-improvement. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who waste their energy pleasing others. They are the ones who channel their energy into becoming stronger, smarter, and more disciplined. They set goals, create habits, and stay focused on their own path. They understand that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external validation. Your energy is limited, so spend it wisely. Pour it into things that bring you growth, not things that hold you back. Use it to sharpen your skills, expand your knowledge, and push yourself to new heights. The moment you stop wasting energy on things that don't serve you and start investing in yourself, your entire life will change. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right success will come, not because you chased them, but because you became someone they couldn't ignore.